Going third as it stands, Arsenal. Possibly not for more than 24 hours or so. They'll have to gain points on at least one of Manchester City and Chelsea when those two meet tomorrow. Guess they'd probably favour a City win over a Chelsea win, but either way it can help them. Remember, it really is a case of 4 clubs for 3 places at the top of this table, with the second and third going into Champions League qualification. No changes from either coach at the break. D'Angelo here, having conceded on her league debut, but having not had very much else to do at all. I think it's fair to say Celine Bizet didn't agree with the awarding of that throw in Arsenal's favour. It was Blackstenius, Leah Valti, Leah Williamson. Good ball into Blackstenius, who held it up well. Perfect set of forward players. Maritz crosses deep. Neville is there, as she so often is, but Kim Little has recycled it. McCabe now. Arsenal have an excellent record in the early parts of second halves this season. 8 times they've scored in the opening 15 minutes after the restart. Only Chelsea can better that by 1. Blackstenius here, strong. I guess that'll count as a shot on target. Dribbles through to Tina Korpela. Sumanen on her heels as she received that, but in the right place to intercept this time. That'll do Tottenham. Only Ajax, Chelsea and Manchester United have scored more than 1 goal against Jonas Eidevall's team this season. It'll be a happy Brisbane Road if Tottenham add their name to this list. Dangerous! Oh, it's surely a tap-in for Ford. And either she's missed it or Ash Neville got a little piece of it. And if she did, it's a crucial piece. And as good as a goal. What a crucial toe-in that could prove to be. For half a second, Caitlin Ford couldn't believe her luck. It was going to be a tap-in, it was going to be 3-1. That's been a cracking battle between those two. There's always going to be. Spence moves it neatly. Here's Bizet. 1-on-1 with McCabe. Bizet into Spence. Neville. So important to Tottenham. So often she's that last line of defence, tucking in from somewhere. Bizet with the cross. A rare bit of handling for D'Angelo to do. Early ball finding Ford again. Running at Neville again. Sumanen got a piece of it. Marnham with the shots. Enjoying life a little further forward, Frida Marnham. Found herself playing in the 10 role even once or twice as the centre forward, with attacking options depleted for the Gunners. Here she is again, trying to slide it through for Caitlin Ford, and not for the first time. It's an interception from Tottenham's chief interceptor, Amy Turner. But it's Ford again. They'll have a corner. You might need a bit of treatment before that. As Turner got herself in the way once more. Felt the force of it as well, the former United defender. The problem with dealing with Caitlin Ford is she has power as well as skill, so she can take it like that, turn and go. Really tough to stop. Arsenal's 6th corner comes in from Katie McCabe. And again, it finds an Arsenal head. Lottie Wubben-Moy, who did that in the first half. You can see why Tottenham have conceded a league high worst for corners, because they just can't get near enough to the Gunners players. From memory, every single corner taken, the first touch from it has been from someone in red and white, and it is definitely not supposed to be that way round. Drew Spence looking for the run of Bizet here. Wubben-Moy did enough. Kim Little, that awareness of where to be. Her and Valti are just so good at that. It's one of the reasons Arsenal have the clean sheet record they do have. Never mind the quality of what's behind them, but that double shield generally of Valti and Little. So well versed in where to be for second balls and help defenders out. Leo Valti still in conversation with Louise Saunders about that free kick. Williamson looking for Ford again. Neville with her as well. And Blackstenius didn't really get hold of it. Valti into Blackstenius, who was dropping in. Sumanen, now Spence. You can see Drew Spence has looked for that ball, whether long or short, but generally long, to Celine Bizet. Almost every time she's got on it, it's clearly the game plan. And Bizet's selection, we were told pre-match by Vicky Jepson, was because the more natural width she gives than Nikki Karczewska, who she has replaced in the starting lineup today. Karczewska, more of a goal threat in terms of being on the end of things, but not quite as quick, not quite as wide, really, naturally. Williamson again. Forward by Maritz, but too far forward. Still nibbling at the nails. 4 shots in this second half from his team, 2 of them on target, none yet from Spurs. Given away to Ford. This is Marnham and Kim Little. Here comes now Maritz. And there's Molly Bartrip. Wubben-Moy neatly controlled by Caitlin Ford. That's a good run from Marnham. Staying onside. Turner for company. McCabe takes over, whips in a really dangerous ball. right where you'd want to be attacking it. Nothing wrong with the cross. Keris Harrop here under pressure. It's a barge and a half. For Tottenham, the only team not to have drawn a game this season. Jepson would take a point here. With Ryan Skinner in charge, they started the season with a win over Leicester, beat them again to go 4 clear of them last time out. In between, not a lot of joy. 1-0 win over Liverpool in mid-October, and the thrashing of Brighton that hit the headlines. Otherwise, defeats, lots of them, 9 in a row. Out by Gareth James to Ayan. England keeping it and then not keeping it and apologising for that. She's better than that. Such a good, consistent striker for so long. Even when struggling to get into the Chelsea starting lineup, she'd come off the bench and get goals or score when she did have the opportunity to start, usually in the absence of Fran Kirby. 5 years with Chelsea and a year at Liverpool in between. Scored tons then on loan. 3 seasons running in double figures for goals in the WSL, Bethany England, and already up to 5 in 6 for Spurs now in this division. Scored in the Cup as well. The assistant thought about it at the end of that process. Keris Harrop is the disappointed one. Mentioned that she's joined Gilly Flaherty on that chart-topping 177 figure with her appearance today. And Kate Longhurst will equal it as well, should she play for West Ham later against Man United. Maybe Harrop's got a point there, but it's not going to help her, because it is yet another Arsenal corner. Let's see if we can see a Tottenham head on this before an Arsenal head for once. No, it's Williamson, and then it's out by Neville. That is definitely something to work on for Spurs. This is Kim Little. Worked the room for the shot, struck it pretty cleanly, the skipper. Also taken pretty cleanly by Tina Korpela. But it's another Arsenal corner where they get to the ball first. Vicky Jepson has got to try and sort that out. Rhian Skinner couldn't, certainly. Regular Achilles heel. They've not actually conceded from one yet, but you feel like it's a matter of time. Slip from Pelliver. Foul, apparently. No, says Keris Harrop. Yes, says Louise Saunders, and she's got the whistle, so bad luck. If they can't get a result here, Tottenham, they will stay on 12 points, obviously. Reading beneath them will be able to go above them if they beat Brighton tomorrow. Brighton will in fact have 3 games in hand on Tottenham. They'll be 4 points behind them. Leicester a further point back, of course, from Brighton, and only 1 down. McCabe is there, and it is McCabe. the feet of Drew Spence. Ford. Good Arsenal pressure this second half. And Tottenham having to do a fair bit of that to clear their lines, but they've got to get out now. Otherwise it'll just keep on coming back, and that is the tale of this second half. Kim Little deciding to let their goalkeeper have the restart. The challenge is there for Tottenham to get themselves even further into this contest. See out this period of Arsenal pressure, try and create one of their own perhaps. Half an hour to go. Clearly ending that horrible losing streak by beating Leicester was a huge boost for them, and 3 points. But if they were to be able to get this one to 2-2 from 2 down against Arsenal, only 1 point, but it would feel like another win, and arguably an even bigger barometer of their improvements than beating the league's bottom club was. Easier said than done. There's Frida Marnham now. Ford to her left, that's where it goes. Blackstenius is in the middle, and Marnham's joined her. It's going to be another corner. And a long jog back for Drew Spence. Well, here comes Lottie Wubben-Moy again. Found with regularity from these flag kicks. Williamson with the touch. This is extraordinary, albeit at arm's length and going away from goal. Wubben-Moy with time. Williamson, last player back. Really sloppy pass. Don't expect that from Leah Williamson. And to Harrop in the sunshine. Molly Bartrip. Amy Turner. England trying to get around Wubben-Moy. That's not happening. Pretty wretched home record this season for Spurs. Couple of wins, but last season, a nice long run. Actually went at one point nearly a year without a home defeat, then lost 3 in a row quickly. This time last year. Last campaign began well above expectation, in fairness, but it levelled out. Really good first half of the season, pretty poor second half. Actually went nearly 3 months without a win till the final day. And they finished 5th, which is good, but distantly 5th. Long way behind the Manchester clubs. 10 points behind Man United in 4th, a further 5 off City, 23 behind Arsenal. 24, of course, behind the champions Chelsea. Fifth was their best finish though. 8th before that. And 7th on debut following promotion. Here's Blackstenius in towards Caitlin Ford. And McCabe flying in. Penalty. What a silly challenge that is. So needless. It's the sheer desire of Katie McCabe to get there. And Amy Turner has fouled her. McCabe having Given away a penalty, has now earned one. And it feels like such a soft position from which to concede. We were largely frustrating Arsenal here. And Kim Little, so nerveless from the spot usually, has the chance, and a gift of a chance, to put Arsenal 2 up again. Corporal has a chance to redeem herself for the error earlier on. In it goes, hard and high into the roof of the Tottenham net. And Arsenal have their cushion back. The skipper from the spot. And that'll be a real crusher for Spurs. The manner of the concession of that penalty. So needless. So deadly. What a penalty that is. You don't save those. Tottenham 1, Arsenal 3. Couldn't really stop herself, Amy Turner. Could she? Maybe. Pulled out of this. It's not a big foul. If it's a foul at all, you can see why it's given. Swap at full-back here for Arsenal. I wonder if that's a bit of a clue ahead of the Bayern game. Maybe, maybe not, but it's Veenreuter for Maritz.
And substitution for Spurs, as off comes number 16 for Grove. So off comes number 25,
Evelina Summanen is off for Tottenham as well. There she is. She will play no further part. And Leah Valti there has made way as well. A whole raft of substitutions. Sort them out in a minute as Ash Neville plays it forward here. The newly arrived Kit Graham. Bizet's cross. Rafael Leon. Hasn't missed many games. Hasn't even had this one off. Final quarter of it for the Brazilian defender. And it means Leah Williamson has moved into central midfield again. We wondered if we might see it again at any point. The answer has come quickly, having done very well in there for the whole match against Reading. The England captain is in there again. Blackstenius away from Ayan and from Molly Bartrip. Well cut out by Turner. Yet another interception. Didn't get the ball when it mattered a moment ago. McCabe having now earned a penalty as well as given one away. Bizet. Yellow card coming out for the challenge on Williamson there. And Gerard James, the guilty party. Late to the party. First caution. Who'd have believed that in a North London derby? Not quite how they used to be, perhaps. Veenreuter, good take from Palava. He's done brilliantly there, Palava. Veenreuter hammers it. Palava gets it through. Caitlin Ford! 4-1! come over. Caitlin Ford at the double against Tottenham again. It's the third time she's done it. Can I play you every week? Right place, right time, everyone was in field. For once, Ash Neville wasn't on her. And Ford has buried that clinically. Arsenal are going third. 2 more goals, they're going second. Wouldn't bet against it. Concession of the penalty. Such a big moment. It's not as if Tottenham were hugely threatening, but they were still in it. They're not now. It's damage limitation. Pelova. Looking for Ford again by the looks of it. The 7th derby meeting of these two clubs. It's going the way of 5 of the previous 6. The aggregate score now. Close your ears, Tottenham fans. Tottenham 3, Arsenal 23. Little. Out to Wienreuter. Been more a right wing than a right back since coming on. Ash Neville demanding more. Not sure if that's of her teammates or the assistant. Probably the former, actually. It is another corner. And it's a Tottenham touch on it, which may be the first time. Only now, with 20 to play, does Jonas Eidevall have what he would have been hoping for pre-match. Comfortable control and chance to maybe change a few players. A little bit of rest in the legs as opposed to the full 90. Graham poking it forward, very nearly finding both England and Ayan, who were in there. Wienreuter here. Back to D'Angelo, who still had a very quiet debut, watching most of it from a long way away. And it's going to be a victorious WSL bout for the Canadian international. And all touches are welcome for her here. Also brought in the American Kayla Marchese in the summer, having seen Lydia Williams go to France, although she has since left again. Williamson into Little. Back to Williamson. And this is how to manage a game. Lots of this. Backed by the confidence that a 3-goal cushion brings. It might be more here. Blackstenius. Big touch from Korpela. Guess what? It's an Arsenal corner. Probably should have been a fifth Arsenal goal. She might have gone walkabout for that first goal today, Tina Korpela, but she's also made a couple of really big interventions. And that was another. 10th Gunners' corner of the afternoon. 8 of the previous 9. We've seen an Arsenal touch first. And there's another one, Raffaele with it. She scored against Spurs at the start of the season. Ford! Right across everyone. Don't think anyone got a touch. We want 5, sing the Arsenal fans. You wouldn't be surprised if they got it. Korpela seemed to get the tips of the fingers on that. She did. So Ford waits again on a hat-trick, and McCabe will deliver again, make that 11 corners. Beth England of Tottenham clearing that one. Bizet back to Neville. Good pass from Neville to Spence. The ball was on there for Kit Graham through the middle, and Spence delayed, and then goodness only knows what happened to her. This is Marnham curling it, deflection, 5! Everything going the Gunners' way here. "20 minutes ago, this was a tight contest. It's now another thumping North London derby victory for Arsenal. Spence caught in possession, waiting for a pass. It's unlucky. It's Molly Bartrip who's looped it over her own keeper. But it came from Tottenham dithering again, I'm afraid. And Arsenal are loving this. 4-0 at the Emirates. Game 2 of the season. 5-1 at Brisbane Road. One more goal, they'll be second in the table. There will be no hat-trick for Caitlin Ford. Tottenham will be pleased to see the back of her for another season. Not a great day for the Aussie. 2 more goals against her favourite opposition. And Gio Queiroz is on to replace her. And Brazilian. There she is. Originally loaned to Everton from Barcelona for this season, but now the teenager is a Gooner. We haven't started chanting "We Want 6" yet. Raffaele there, all smiles. Why wouldn't you be? Bizet off. And Ubagagu on. Started out as an Arsenal player, actually, once upon a time. Played on loan with Real Madrid as well, so no stranger to big clubs in big games. Not sure how much you want to be coming on game in this situation, but she's on. Ouch. She won't have expected in her private thoughts to have won this game necessarily. She'd have hoped to have been more competitive than this. Her team were for quite a long time. A lot of defending, yes, not a lot of attacking, but it doesn't feel very long ago that this was 2-1. Here's McCabe. Good ball. Good chance. Wouldn't that have been a wonderful moment for the teenage Brazilian? Brilliant cross from McCabe. it does get easier for Tottenham. Everton away next, winnable. Then at home to Villa and Brighton. Things might be feeling better again after that. They've got to iron out some of these needless errors, though. Way too many of them today. They could have played better than this and still lost. But the simple stuff, giving away of possession in dangerous areas, it's really cost them. Keris Harrop getting more and more frustrated by the minute. Right-footed delivery this time. Corpola, solid connection with the fist. Back in by Williamson, sliced out. It's another Arsenal corner. Into the final 10, nearly 9 minutes of normal time here. Substitutes. Old and young coming on here. Greatest of respects to Jodie Taylor. Should probably say experience, but a fabulous forward for so long. And Catherine Cool, the other end of the scale, as the corner finds its way through. Again, the danger is not over here. It might be 6. It's wide from Lottie Wubben-Moy. Well, so much for declaring at 4. Arsenal have been squeezing and squeezing, and Tottenham need the final whistle. It's messy enough already, and it could get a lot worse. Well, Marnham off, Cool on. And the little glimpses we've had of Catherine Cool so far, she has got some serious quality in those boots, the teenager. And Blackstenius coming off, and she'll be pleased for some help in the forward department as Arsenal welcome back Jodie Taylor. A second debut, if you like. As a gunner in the 16-17 campaign and scored 17 goals. Just signed a short-term deal to the end of the season, having come to the end of her contract with San Diego, but hugely experienced player with a huge amount of goals in the bank. 19 of them for England, a Champions League winners' medal with Lyon 3 years ago as well. Excellent addition for Jonas Eidevall, especially, and in fact really only because of the prolonged absence of Mead and Miedemar. Without those injuries, probably wouldn't have been looking to recruit. Very much required the forward options, and she's had her first touch here, finding Pelliver. McCabe, another brilliant performance from her, and another brilliant cross. Gio nearly on the end of another. Relentless this from Arsenal. Tottenham have got to step it up for 10 minutes or so by the time it's all added on. Otherwise, a bad day at the office will become a dreadful one. ...21 efforts at goal, 11 on target to Tottenham's 1 penalty. It's not a flattering scoreline, is it? Let's be honest. I am. Neville with the deep cross. Ubagagu with Beanreuter for company. Goal kick. Meanwhile, Gio is down. This is where it happened. She looks like she's in some real pain here. Not had many stoppages in this game, but this is certainly requiring treatment for the newly arrived Brazilian. Just had a couple of appearances from the bench in the WSL before this. And if she's not okay here, this will be a real cameo. And the other side of Al may finish the game with 10 players out there. Here's how 2-0 became 2-1. But then that, McCabe caught, and then the flurry of Arsenal goals. Little from the spot, Ford again in off the upright, and then Frida Marnham via the deflection. Bang, 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 and 2-1 becomes 5-1, and another Derby thumping. Well, they came expecting victory. They've got it, and then some. Thanks in no small part to Caitlin Ford there. Gio will have to come off before coming back on again, if indeed she does, or maybe. Having made his 5 changes here, he could finish with 10 if needed. Don't think it's going to make much difference somehow. I think the other side of Alan Phil, he's had enough injury issues with his forward players. Let's hope for Gio that whatever this isn't going to cause her too much of a problem. Taylor running the line, Turner making sure she didn't get there. Well, Arsenal have used all of their substitutes, but Tottenham haven't. It's Cho So-hyun replacing Drew Spence. Extended her deal this season. Was on loan before becoming permanent from West Ham. And for the final few here, probably 6 or 7 minutes. Williamson. Arsenal have the exact same record as Manchester United now. 35 points from 15 played. Scored 38, conceded 9. I guess they'll claim second place by virtue of alphabetical order. One more goal and it's theirs on merit. They've got time for it. To the final minute of the normal 90 here, and they're on the attack again. Katie McCabe. Typical brilliant all-action performance from her. Ash Neville could not have done much more at the back today. But, she's conceded another corner here. Vicky Jepson will be looking forward to Everton away next up, I'm sure. In from McCabe. Inevitably, it's Neville. And out by Angarad James. Pullover into Jodie Taylor. Tried a little trick. And couldn't keep it in. Can those two find a way to goal in midweek against Bayern? That is the next question. A rare shutout that was, not without its controversies. Having said that, against Bayern, City, United, the next three for Arsenal. Into the first of those 5 added minutes. Only Brighton have conceded more goals now than Tottenham Hotspur this season. The game against Leicester last time out was their first clean sheet since October. They had 10 clean sheets last season. Brilliant record. Most of them in the first half of it, when they were overachieving their way up in the... knocking on the door at least of the European positions. Fell quite a long way off in the end. England running the channel. Another goal for her today, but another one in a defeat. Pullover has been full of beans on a rare start. Not quite such a good pass there for Cool. Doesn't look like we're going to get a chance to see too much from her. Or maybe we are. Did I speak too soon? Cool on target, but a softie. Came off the bench against Reading, Catherine Cool, and played some absolutely exquisite passes. Looks like an attacking player of real vision that Arsenal have grabbed there. Only 19, the Dane, in the January window from Nordsjælland. Second January running that Jonas Eidevall's done a bit of shopping. It's a necessity this time round, given the depletion of his attacking options. Arsenal now left to not just get ready for the Bayern game, but on a we can't do anything about it front. Hope that Manchester City can get some sort of positive result against Chelsea, and that West Ham can do them a favour with the later kick-off today by getting something out of their match against Manchester United. It is a cracking scrap. The top of the WSL table. 3 European places, 4 contenders, and Arsenal very much one of them. Long way to go for Tottenham before they're part of that conversation, but to be fair, they've only been a top flight club for a few years. Promoted the spring of 2019. They're playing catch-up. Manchester United have done it pretty quickly. Here's Wubben Moy down the channel for Jodie Taylor. Well, she's gone for it. That really would have capped it, but there was a whistle before that. I think it wouldn't have counted. Not sure how much of a foul that was, to be fair. Molly Bartrip just misjudged the bounce. Tottenham's pain nearly over. Won't have to play Arsenal again till next season. 6 defeats out of the 7 derbies since they became a WSL club. for Spurs. A reminder, there's still a long way to go. Not that they really needed that, they knew that. They'd have hoped to have stayed competitive for longer here. Bagagu through for England. They might have the final say, but there's Katie McCabe. Tottenham fans want another penalty against her. It's not going to happen. Might have been a chance there for England to pull the trigger before the challenge came. Raffaele stepping in with typical confidence, so assured. And still running here, Raffaele. There's a ball on for Taylor. She's played it. Now cool. Harrop gets the challenge in, and that will be the last act of another one-sided meeting of these rivals. Close geographically, but not close on the field. Not yet, anyway. For the second time this season, it is a thumping derby win for Arsenal over Tottenham. And a really big boost going into the second leg of the Champions League tie against Bayern. Caitlin Ford with another couple of goals against Spurs, who threatened to compete for a while thanks to the England penalty, but Kim Little's penalty herself made it 3-1.